we hire business analyst or a product manager or maybe someone coming up from an Node.js background.
LinkedIn plays a vital role.
Very true. So why the company needs to hire you? Why only you? Gen Z's का recruitment करना और millennials का recruitment करना is altogether different. Yeah. Hire and fire strategies we don't use right now.
How did you see LinkedIn journey evolving in this last few years?
The time to hire has also been reduced. ATS friendly CVs these days. AI will not replace the jobs.
Oh.
A recruiter takes only 8 seconds to screen the CV.
क्या-क्या चीजें आप LinkedIn profile पे check करते
So
हो?
LinkedIn content creation should be
HRs are the one who contribute
Yes.
to maybe craft that entire culture.
I believe in the next 5 to 10 years, 80% of the population will be working from home.
आज के हमारे गेस्ट LinkedIn पे तब से एक्टिव है जब लोगों को LinkedIn पता भी नहीं था. She spent 12 years on LinkedIn. She is not only someone who started her career from recruitment, but she has grown in different organizations and also helped different organizations to grow their team sizes. She recruited around 1,000 plus employees in different organizations. She shared a lot of insights on how did she start in HR, how ATS friendly CVs are taking up the space, how LinkedIn is very powerful tool in your job search process, how LinkedIn certifications also add extra parameter in your job hunt process, how to define a workplace culture, and how as an employee your investment and even compounding money adds value to your savings is what we have covered today. So let's welcome our today's guest, Priyanka ma'am. Welcome ma'am to this podcast. We are really grateful to you for your time.
Thank you very much for calling up. I would appreciate that you have started up this platform basically to know the people about HR industry, to know about talent acquisition and more about what are the insights in the industry happening.
Exactly. That's the motive. Thank you so much. So ma'am, I'm really excited to know, rather we all are excited to know that you have spent 13 years in this industry.
True.
So why did you choose HR as your profession and कहाँ से आपकी जर्नी शुरू हुई है? क्या स्टोरी है?
So basically, I started up after my MBA as an HR executive, therein where I developed interest into people, basically about conversation, building scalable solutions for the company, because HR is not something which is only related with human resources. It is more of an people and a cultural-driven company where we work as an HR. So I personally felt that I'm good at soft skills, I'm good at certain skills which are required for the talent to be managed, and that's where I landed up in this experience of 10 plus years right now.
Okay. I think it's precisely 13, right?
Yes. it
13
is.
years.
Yeah.
13 years में आपने कितने रंगोली निकाले हैं? क्या किया है exactly? Because we all, जहाँ तक मुझे समझता है, we all call HRs who are just taking care of this रंगोली, fun Fridays, एक वो होता है आपका Santa वाला, is what?
Secret Santa.
Secret Santa, right?
Yeah.
बस इतना ही करते हो.
So that is something which is a fun element which has been added to any of the company employees to make sure that they are balanced. Like in that, in terms like, say for example, when techie guys are involved into coding, or maybe someone from a non-IT industry, if they are coming up from an ITES industry or a telecom industry, there are certain amount of experience that they are carrying along with them. And to break that, to have some kind of a fun element to it, that's where we come up with certain ideas to make sure that the employee culture is basically driven by an HR department. So it's not only about the specific things that you're talking about. We are more of an people kind of a person which are helping the organizations grow.
But then in last 13 years of yours, your experience, आपने कहाँ से शुरू किया और अभी आपका प्रोफाइल क्या है? Like how did you contribute
True.
to HR as a domain?
Yes. So the organizations that particularly I have worked for, I have majorly worked for startups. I have worked for MNCs. I have worked for different domains wherein I have worked for e-commerce, digital marketing, telecom industry, IT. Majorly right now I'm working for an IT company which is in product based.
Nice.
So they are building solutions on IoT. So it is something which has evolved. Something which I started up with was in basic HR, but then the department of HR is also evolving. As in you are already aware about AI has also come up into picture where HR is also a part of that particular AI related strategies. So something in that regards have developed, but I would rather say that we are building up smart solutions and we are also adapting to the technology.
Nice. But then specifically talking about the team building.
Mm-hmm.
As now I've seen your LinkedIn profile that you help organization not only setting up this department but bringing people in and increasing the team size.
Yes.
ये कैसे किया है आपने?
तो मेरी जर्नी में आपको मैं बताऊं तो आई हैव रिक्रूटेड अ टीम ऑफ लाइक आई हैव स्टार्टेड फॉर एन कंपनी फॉर अ स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ 10 people which has grown up to 500.
Oh.
I have personally recruited more than 1000 plus associates till now. कैंपस हायरिंग तो मैं बात ही नहीं कर रही हूँ, लेकिन समथिंग विच इज मोर ऑफ एन टेकी रिलेटेड गाइज दैट आई हैव रिक्रूटेड. सो यूजुअली व्हेन वी टॉक टू द पर्टिकुलर कैंडिडेट, I personally learn from each candidate that I have recruited till now.
Oh.
So learning never stops because आपको तो पता ही है, मतलब जेनजीज का रिक्रूटमेंट करना और मिलेनियल्स का रिक्रूटमेंट करना इज ऑल टुगेदर डिफरेंट. या सो दैट्स हाउ बेसिकली we have done the recruitments for, but it was a shift in the skill sets that we are looking out for. Right now it is more of an educational driven, of course it is, but then it is also a skill driven kind of an hirings that we have been doing.
Okay.
So earlier it was a typical recruitment. Matlab when the position used to come up, we used to hire. But now it is more of a talent management.
Okay.
Where when the positions are being budgeted for that particular year, what needs to be hired, what needs to be taken care of in the future. For example, in quarterly basis, what are the hirings that needs to be taken care by?
Okay.
And then accordingly, the talent management is coming into picture, and it has been involved for the recruitments that are been happening.
Okay.
It's a forecasting kind of an activity which is being done.
Maybe you guys get to know about how business is going to expand and the future requirements you have.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So then how do you plan कि अभी आपके कंपनी में या आपके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आपको 10 लोग अलग अलग हायर करने हैं, तो आप उसका टाइम फ्रेम कैसे डिसाइड करते हो, और देन हाउ डू यू गो अबाउट इट कि क्लोजर तक कैसे फिर लेके जाते हो?
So it all depends upon what is the requirement. What, say for example, in my company personally right now, what is the product feature enhancement that needs to be done? Any kind of an additions where the clients have been asking for. So in that case, what would be the team size that would be required other than the resources which are already present in the company? So the employees are there, but what all the number of people that we are going to hire more, it has been defined. For that particular quarter, we hire those, and then accordingly, once for the next quarter also, so the yearly planning has been done. So the budget has been defined for the year. It's not something which is just done for the recruitment sake. See, hire and fire strategies we don't use right now.
Okay.
Many companies are coming up with these strategies where you must have seen in Infosys, there were a lot amount of laid off, maybe in other companies. But right now, they are also focusing on talent-driven kind of an approaches where they are hiring through campuses and then they are building up that particular talent.
Okay. But then in your experience, when you started using different ATS,
Yes.
right? आपने हायरिंग टाइम कैसे मैनेज किया या कम किया है? बिकॉज एवरी कंपनी, सिंस आई बिलोंग टू दिस रिक्रूटमेंट बैकग्राउंड,
True.
एवरी कंपनी इज इनटू अर्जेंट हायरिंग.
Yes.
ये मैंने पहले भी बोला हुआ
Yes.
है, राइट? सो आपने वो टाइम कैसे डिफाइन किया है, और आप रिड्यूस कर सकते हो या ये AI की हेल्प से कैसे वो मैनेज कर सकते हैं हम लोग?
Okay, so when I started personally working for recruitments or talent acquisition, I used to work only on certain CV screenings for hours. So it used to take a lot amount of time for me to actually screen the CVs. When I started managing a team, we got involved into certain software. So I personally have used Zoho HR, I have used Greenhouse, I have used Keka ITS. I have used many other tools which are helping us to screen the CV and reduce the time.
Okay.
So it's like more of an, so the time to hire has also been reduced.
Okay.
So how is that been done is ATS friendly CVs these days. So ATS friendly CV is nothing but how measurable. It has been measured on certain terms. I personally have taken up an example for certain CV that were being received at my end. And when I did AI software career assessment or maybe a CV assessment for that, during that time, I got a score of only 62%.
Oh.
Usually a recruiter takes only 8 seconds to screen the CV.
Oh.
And to check it. It has been done in such a way that we screen it in this particular manner or either in this particular manner, so that it's a daily task for the screening that needs to be done. But
Right.
now ATS are helping us on various measures, like they are helping us in the layouts which are being defined.
Okay.
The measuring terms are in terms of the skills, the achievements that they have highlighted in the CV. What are the skills which are particularly matching to the requirement of that particular job description?
Okay.
What exactly is the educational qualification? So it depends upon the parameters that you have set up for that particular ATS, and then accordingly it will help you out to get the relevant CV. So it is reducing from 5,000 CV का screening से 5 CV तक कैसे लेके आना है.
Oh.
So it helps us a lot, and it is something which is time saving, and it is so I would rather say that from the candidate perspective, you should be clearly specifying your achievements. Your CV should be concise. अगर आपका experience 4-5 साल का है, तो it has to be a one-pager CV. But even though it is a 10 years or 12 years experience, it has to be only a one-pager CV, which helps a recruiter to see to it.
बट फिर ये अभी कंफ्यूजन है, ठीक है? अभी जो मैंने सीरीज देखे हुए एंड एक्सपीरियंस पीपल, ओके, दे हैव थिंग्स टू शेयर इन द सीवी.
True.
अभी अगर वो एक पेज में डालना है तो क्या इंफॉर्मेशन वो डाल सकते हैं, एंड उनका जो बाकी का इंफॉर्मेशन है वो कहाँ पे विजिबल होगा? बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली दे वांट टू शो इट टू द रिक्रूटर दैट आई एम द वन यू आर लुकिंग फॉर, राइट? तो इतनी सब इंफॉर्मेशन को कैसे बाइफरगेट कर रहे हो, वन पेज में कैसे लाए?
So it is all about the professional summary. Gone are the days where the objective was the definition of the CV. Now gone are the days. When you perform on about your achievements, see, the number speaks, right? Whatever the sales numbers are, or say for example whatever recruitment I have done, or say for example in terms of technology, what kind of a difference that you have added to that particular company, that is what you have to highlight. A back-end developer is going to work on the tech stack which is back-end related. It's not something that he is going to do any kind of a rocket science. He is going to go and do coding. Just the domains could be different. Just that the professional summary could be different. Maybe someone is coming up from a business analyst background, but right now in working as a product manager. So in that case, it could be a defined summary, what he has done earlier and what he is right now performing. I would rather say that you should highlight your educations, your upskilling, what you have done, your professional summary, your gist about what exactly you have a domain experience specified into. So that will definitely give you an added advantage to be on the top list of a recruiter. So as I said, 82% of the companies these days are been working on an ATS, in which the companies like Microsoft, then Meta, Amazon, Unilever, all of them are using ATS to get the screenings done and to reduce the time of hiring.
Now, my suggestion to the job seekers, and maybe you can correct me here, because you also come up with a rich experience on LinkedIn.
Yes.
I usually tell people when creating CV, right, they should create 1 or 2 pages of CV maximum.
Yeah.
And they should add all their details either on a personal portfolio or on LinkedIn.
That's correct.
And LinkedIn plays a vital role in
Very true.
every professional journey of job seekers that I feel,
Yeah.
right? लेकिन LinkedIn पे भी क्या बनाना है क्या नहीं बनाना है ये बहुत सारे लोगों को confusion है, right? But prior to that, since you are mentioning a lot of things about ATS, right? I have a question for you. Skill set, right? जो आज newcomers है, Gen Zs है, Gen Alphas है, right? उनको ये skill set कैसे improve करने चाहिए? कौन से ऐसे छोटे-छोटे practices है?
So I will divide this question.
Please.
And I will answer to it, because there are certain skill sets which are being underrated by the candidates. Hard skills are always mentioned in the CV, but there are other parameters on which you actually performed well in the interviews, and that's how you are being selected for that particular positions.
Right.
So the skill sets like self-awareness, storytelling about what journey have you come up from, what kind of an attitude or empathy that you have, what kind of an creativity that you can showcase about your skills to the company. Think from the other prospects, why the company needs to hire you, why only you. It's all about picking up that right fit from 1,000 amount of applications which has been received. So that is something where you have to develop upon. And I have seen in your earlier podcast as well that tier 1, tier 2 cities are the one who are building up their confidence, and they are eager to get that particular job, and they land up in a dream job. But certain candidates, they have to work on their certain skill sets, and nowadays the schools, in fact the colleges are also focusing on this. So that is something which I would like to mention. People can definitely like practice mock interviews. There are certain platforms which will help you. They can analyze how the interview has been done. They will give you a particular score for the interview, right from confidence building, right from camera facing, because these days it is more of an hybrid culture.
Yes.
And I believe in the next 5 to 10 years, 80% of the population will be working from home. That's
Oh.
what the data says.
That's a big claim.
Yeah.
अभी जैसे आपने बताया कि मार्केट करना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, खुद को सेल करना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है,
True.
and there are different platforms that candidates can practice.
Yes.
Would you like to recommend any website where they can go, or maybe app, and practice mock interviews?
Even Naukri portal has that feature coming up, and in
Okay.
fact you can get more number of interviews through a video interview if it is being shooted and uploaded on that platform. I would rather say that people will definitely look into the video that you have uploaded, so they get an idea and judgment that what exactly are the skill sets that you are coming up from. So that is something which is there. There are certain platforms, or many companies have opted for a services by the companies wherein you have to upload about your video interview. There are 3 takes that are been also given on that platform in which you
Okay.
can upload the interview, and they can share about their overall story or maybe their experience that they are coming up from. Technical tests are where there, like apart from when I actually started up, technical tests were a part of the journey previously as well. But now this is something which is newly been added.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you guys also ask for video introductions for your company hiring?
For certain positions, we definitely ask. Otherwise, we conduct an HR video round, which is helpful for us to understand about the skill sets of the particular associate.
Okay.
Yeah.
And any other platform which you recommend to people जहाँ पे वो वीडियो बना सकते हैं, कंटेंट बना सकते हैं, और
There are
maybe they can-
various platforms, Pranil. It's like Naukri itself is also a good platform which will help you to analyze. There are other platforms like LinkedIn, where you can also share about your skill sets, or maybe you can market yourself and brand yourself, and you can upload a video into it. It's not something that they are limited to it. So you can definitely share along with your CV. You can also market about yourself in a video interview. It should be not more than 2 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, interestingly, LinkedIn is my favorite platform,
Okay.
and I'm sure it would be yours as well as a recruiter, right?
Yes.
आपने LinkedIn कब से शुरू किया है, और how did you see LinkedIn journey evolving in this last few years?
So basically, when I started LinkedIn, it was more of an content related, but then from a sales prospects.
Okay.
Yeah, it was more of a lead generation platform or a sales lead generation, or something where investors could be pitched in and the funding could be bought. So
Okay.
that is where I started LinkedIn almost 10 to 12 years back, where LinkedIn was just a platform. It was not something related with recruitments at all.
Oh.
It was something more of a sales related platform. But then slowly and gradually they have also moved ahead. They have also evolved. They are coming up with recruitment tools. The shortlisting of the recruitment has been done on LinkedIn is on very good scale. Rather, if you would like to hire someone from a company which is specified to that particular role from that company, that could also be a parameter of shortlisting. So that is where LinkedIn is right now playing a major role. Even I would suggest the one who are looking out for jobs in the market, they should have their profile on LinkedIn, and that's a must in the CV as well.
So after creating a profile on LinkedIn, what are different activities a job seeker can do?
So it's I would say that it's a platform, just not like an influencer, but it is something where you have to go and get connects. So basically, I will again bifurcate this. LinkedIn is something, a content creation journey, one. Secondly, you have to add about, there are certain articles which I have already posted on my LinkedIn platform, where you can go and check what needs to be done in the CV, what needs not to be done in the CV.
Oh.
And then it is a platform where you have to consistently keep on communicating with your connections. So now how will you build up your connections? That's what the question should be. Or probably someone who is making up a new profile on LinkedIn, they have to connect to their colleagues, their ex-colleagues, probably the alumni, someone who are coming up from a similar experience background. And of course, when you are targeting any of the dream company, the hiring team, someone from the HR team, from the talent acquisition team needs to be connected. And then therein where you can market yourself and sell out about you can share your CV to them.
I usually encourage a lot of people saying that you should not only have a LinkedIn profile, but if you're not a content creator, because it's a difficult part for many,
True,
right?
true.
There are people who are introverts, but you should start engaging with your network.
True.
You should expand, right? So लोगों को ये नहीं पता है कि LinkedIn पे नेटवर्क कैसे किया जाए. अगर किसी को रिक्वेस्ट भेजनी है तो कैसे भेज सकते हैं, यहाँ से हमें जानना है.
So LinkedIn visibility is really very much important. One. Secondly, once you create a profile on LinkedIn, you have to send a connection request to your specifically if you're talking about any HR or maybe anything from your industry.
Network you want to add.
Network that you would like to add. So in that case, LinkedIn will give you an option to send it with a note, send without a note, and just click on add connections. So in that case, there are two options. Either follow that connection and get connections. I personally recommend sending a personalized note which would be helpful for you. For what reason are you getting connected to the front person?
Right.
So क्यों चाहिए आपको वो connections? So that's how it has been happening these days. And after getting the connections, it is equally important to post the contents, to like the comments, whatever, like the content which is being posted by other associates. How will you get a visibility on LinkedIn? So that is something which you have to regularly keep yourself up to date. Rather go for online conferences, check out what are the LinkedIn news. There is a news which has been also stated on LinkedIn platform. So that could be also one of the parameters that you would like to contribute to. So something in regular updates that is what I will say.
There are people, right, who wants to create content on LinkedIn. There are people who, and I think everyone wants to attract the dream job. Basic content creation एक job seeker कैसे कर सकता है?
Content creation should be about highlighting about your achievements, the role that you have performed till now, the certifications. Now, not only about the certifications which you have opted on other platforms, LinkedIn itself is giving a lot amount of certification. I personally have done more than 12 plus certifications on LinkedIn.
Oh, wow.
So it's like you can add on and upskill yourself, and that is where your profile is being visible.
Right.
So LinkedIn content creation should be getting connects, observing, following the certain associates that you are you're relevant to your field, someone you can engage with, create your own library, and then start posting your contents. So something in that regards needs to be followed, which would be very well helpful for the associates to land up something on LinkedIn.
क्या चीजें आप LinkedIn प्रोफाइल पे चेक करते हो?
Okay, so right from the education, what are certification over and above the education that he or she has opted. So I personally did my MBA in 2010. So it is almost 15 years now. So I need to also upskill myself. Therein where I have done certain other certifications and I am also pursuing few more. But that is also equally important. To post a feature content on LinkedIn is also equally important. But what are certifications that you have done? That is important. What was the career journey with the companies that you are associated with? That summary has to be there, and a professional summary, which is a LinkedIn basic necessity, a brief about your summary. That is there. Profile picture also matters a lot. Background banner also matters a lot. So there are various parameters on which we check. Some active candidates, those who have kept it open for work, will not, that is not the criteria that we are looking out for.
Right.
So there are various other parameters on which we do the shortlisting.
Say open for work, I think LinkedIn profile picture में add करने के लिए option देता है, right?
Correct. There are three options. Either I am hiring. So when I am hiring for the company, I can use a hiring one.
Hashtag hiring.
Yes. And it is in the profile picture as well. Open for work is one. So there are few more which you can add on.
But interestingly, now you mentioned about certifications on LinkedIn.
Yes.
So there are different platforms like Upgrad, Coursera. Now LinkedIn is also providing certifications. तो ऐसे कौन से certifications है one should go for, and what is the use case of it, or maybe how it is helpful for the job seeker?
There are certain LinkedIn courses which many of the associates could opt for. Certainly Excel, data analytics, communication, how to build up leadership skills in case if you would like to go ahead and opt for that particular journey of leadership, senior leadership programs. In HR, I personally have done an onboarding certification, a generative AI one. Right now, prompt engineering is also been upcoming. Then AI in your field, that is also one thing which you can opt for. Because technology, I personally believe that AI will not replace the jobs, but the one who is getting the certification and learning AI, that associate could replace your job.
Talking about leadership, right? Course करना is one thing where you get a knowledge.
Correct.
But practically, अगर leadership practice करने हैं, तो ऐसे कौन से छोटी छोटी हैबिट्स होती है जहाँ पे आपके लीडरशिप शो होता है, एंड मे बी हाउ यू कैन रिकॉर्ड दिस एग्जाम्पल सिचुएशंस एंड यूटिलाइज इन द इंटरव्यूज.
So leadership is something which I would say it's not something that you yourself think that you are a leader or someone who is on paper leader. It's all about how empathetically you handle your team, what kind of a culture that you are bringing up for that particular team and the overall work culture. So that is something which is equally important. How do you understand about your team's requirement? How well allocation of the tasks are being done? How you define that this particular job needs to get completed in this particular amount of time. So that's all the qualities of a leaders are. So that's how we could identify a leader.
As you just mentioned, work culture. Work culture मैंने पहले एपिसोड में बताया था. It defines from the top management, okay, और फिर वो नीचे 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 जाता है.
Absolutely.
But HRs are the one who contribute to maybe craft that entire culture.
Yes.
As a HR, आपका इसमें experience क्या है, and how people should practice to create that culture and attract the right talent in your company.
So what are the perks and benefits which are being defined? What is the flexibility of the work that is been given? Nowadays, as I said, hybrid work culture is something which people are opting for. And these are few of the work arrangements which has been given, maybe internet allowance, maybe a basic medical benefits which are being allotted to the by the company to an associate, as well as not only himself, but for or specific candidate, but for the parents, but for the spouse, children. Those are also being covered. So that comes under wellness. So we have again defined that into culture. That's how the culture should be defined.
कंपनी कल्चर डिफाइन करने के बाद आई एम श्योर कि आप एज ए HR, एंड देयर आर मे बी डिफरेंट HRs ऑल्सो हु आर ट्राइंग टू अपलिफ्ट देयर एम्प्लॉयज बाय प्रोवाइडिंग देम लर्निंग डेवलपमेंट. बट बहुत सारे ऐसे एम्प्लॉयज हैं जिनको फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी के बारे में ज़्यादा नहीं पता. दे आर अर्निंग, दे आर saving the money, right? But they are not able to make money, right? Compounding factor उनको ज़्यादा पता नहीं. Do you guys also provide knowledge sessions or maybe arrange something to help your team members to understand the financial literacy and how they can maybe create or make money out of the jobs?
As you rightly said, of course, financial literacy is equally important when you start earning. One. Secondly, when you start basically investing, compounding will definitely help the money grow. We have specifically arranged certain sessions on financial literacy where the financial advisors or the experts from the finance department come up and they explain about what is an old tax regime, what is a new tax regime, how can you save taxes, how can you build up your wealth. So when you start thinking about building up at that wealth, what age do you would like to retire is something that question should come up in your mind when you are investing. So financial literacy is must. SIPs are a must. That is what I personally believe into. I have taken care of my own portfolio as well as my spouse portfolio as well. So that is something I personally believe into, and I have started this journey of financial investing since 2016 onwards. Right now, it's almost been 10 years. I have seen 2x, 3x of the amount that has been grown up.
Nice.
So compounding is definitely a magical, and you should start at a very early stage, which will help you to get retired at early stage.
अगर कोई ऐसे एम्प्लॉयज है या जो अभी रिसेंटली जॉब में आए हैं, वो कहाँ से इन्वेस्टिंग शुरू कर सकते हैं? कौन से ऐसे ऐप यूज कर सकते हैं टू मे बी इन्वेस्ट फ्रॉम द बेसिक्स?
So basically what you can do is you can learn from experts. Secondly, you can watch and learn.
So YouTube videos you're
Yeah,
recommending?
YouTube videos are also there. But then while investing, don't only rely on the recommendations which are being made on by an YouTuber or an influencer.
Okay.
I would rather say that if you are not confident enough to go ahead and opt out for any of the SIP or any kind of a scheme that you would like to invest into, you should go for a paid services. That financial advisor will help you to understand the market, to help you understand where your funds needs to get invested. And in case if there is a change of a fund that needs to be done, a shift, a switch in, switch out. So we can go on more talk about this in detail, but there is something which can be done in between. But that is a advisor's job to help you to earn money and to grow your money.
So we can conclude this by saying, as a employee, you can still make a money, good amount of money, being in the jobs as well. क्योंकि अभी ऐसे बहुत सारा हो रहा है ना कि your 9 to 5 is not paying you well. So what is your take on that then? The last take of this.
See, financial literacy is something should be taught at very early stage. I have seen people coming up from a break and they are only dependent on their spouse for the financial things that they would like to go ahead. Basically, the women employees I'm talking about. So when you can get expertise in the field or the career that you have chosen, why not finance? So I personally believe my kiddo of 11 years, he has also learned a financial literacy course and he is a topper of Olympiad. So if an 11-year-old can learn, why not us? Someone who can start early will definitely earn more.
Yes, that even I feel and I encourage youngsters to do. Because ऐसे हमें तो किसी ने बताया नहीं था, राइट? हम लोगों के लिए ये था कि चलो पैसे कमाने हैं, पार्टी करनी है, बाहर जाना है, ट्रैवल करना है.
True.
बट सेव करना इम्पोर्टेंट है या वो इन्वेस्ट कैसे करना है ये बहुत सारे लोगों को आज भी पता
नहीं है. So you know the data says that almost 10% of the people are only investing.
Right.
That's how we should encourage people to grow, and that's how we should also make sure that you make other person learn or understand about it.
मैम आपने पूरे आंसर में एक चीज जो बोली है दैट इज ब्रेक.
Yes.
एंड मैं वहाँ पे थोड़ा अटक गया हूँ.
Okay.
यूजुअली ब्रेक ये टर्म हम लोग यूज करते हैं मैटरनिटी ब्रेक्स के लिए, बट देर आर ऑल्सो पीपल जो कोई हेल्थ रीजन की वजह से भी ब्रेक पे है. देर आर पीपल हु आर ऑन मे बी सबैटिकल ब्रेक.
Yes.
तो ऐसे लोगों को अगर जॉब में वापस आना है तो ये लोग कैसे आ सकते हैं, क्या कर सकते हैं? एंड इफ यू गाइज आर ऑल्सो एक्टिवली हायरिंग, तो आपके पास ऐसे कोई एग्जाम्पल्स है?
Yes, yes, of course. So I have personally recruited certain people, those who have taken up a 10 years long break.
10 years?
Yes, that was the maximum amount of break that she has taken up. And then I have boosted up her confidence so well that now she is leading up that particular position after coming up from a break. So I personally also took a break which was hardly for 10 months. It all depends upon individual to individual. In a maternity break, I would rather say that when the woman is actually ready, she should come back. Even though it is a break of 6 months or 2 years, you should be ready, you should be confident enough, and during the break time, I would rather say you should upskill yourself. What are the market trends going up? You should seek for help from the family members. You should be confident enough to come up on a break with the same zeal that you were been performing earlier. So that is something which is happening. And not only about maternity break, there are, as you rightly stated, sabbatical break or maybe for medical reason, or people are being laid off as well because of the restructuring which has been happening in certain industry. So in that case, we definitely consider those people, because it's not about the matter that you have taken up a break. It's all about the experience that you bring in and what are you going to contribute to the company. So that's how you should upskill. That is what I personally feel. During the break time, utilize that break time very well.
मैम अकॉर्डिंग टू यू ऐसे कौन से सेक्टर्स है, क्योंकि ये एआई की वजह से तो थ्रेट है ही, बट ऐसे कौन से सेक्टर्स है जहाँ जॉब्स और आ सकते हैं इंडिया में?
I personally think that there are a lot amount of IT sector which has been booming, but along with that, there are certain industries which are been growing. First, I would say about healthcare. Second is about renewable energy. Third is about finance. Then comes solar energy also has been growing. AI, ML experts, cloud specialist, maybe that is also going to grow up. And other than this, there are different sectors in digital marketing or digital media that will grow up.
Okay.
I also see that the finance sector in the last year has grown up to 8%. And the HR sector has also grown. There is a lot amount of diversity also seen in the HR sector. DEI factor has come up. So that's where that particular sector is also growing. And other than this, digital marketing is growing.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's really nice.
Yeah.
So since you mentioned about future hiring,
Yes.
we would like to know about present hiring.
Yeah.
So are you guys also looking for talent
Mm-hmm.
in your company as of now?
Yes, so we hire majorly the techies guys,
Mhm.
wherein we hire business analyst or a product manager or maybe someone coming up from an Node.js background.
Mhm.
But yes, I being a senior talent acquisition manager of Genia, I personally look into this particular role and I have a team to handle it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So अगर लोगों को आपको रीच आउट करना है
Mhm.
तो कहाँ और कैसे रीच आउट कर सकते हैं?
Yes, so people can reach out to me through LinkedIn. I am pretty much active on LinkedIn. I keep on updating about the positions that I've been hiring for on LinkedIn, and we are majorly hiring techie guys. Non-techie also positions are there, but majorly is into technology.
So you can reach out to her on LinkedIn and ask her about the active job roles she is hiring for. So thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us, educating a lot of job seekers, and also sharing about your openings, your contact details with us. It was indeed a fruitful conversation, and we learned a lot. So thank you so much for your time once again.
Thank you for inviting on the podcast. I wish you and HR Universe all the best for future podcast as well.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Take care.